All right. So this video is going to be about red flags. This is for my ladies. I'll do one for the gentlemen soon. So this is just a few that you can notice right off the bat. And let me just say, you need to, I'm looking through my notes right now, and like for real, you should have notes. You should have, some things written down. You should have starter criteria for, like, if he doesn't get past your starter criteria, then what's the point, right? You should have deal breakers. Like, I'm going to give you a video. I have like so many potential deal breakers, but you're going to want to narrow it down, because obviously if you use them all, then you're not going to be with anyone. Like, and honestly, deal breakers vary from person to person. So what might be my deal breaker might not be yours, and so forth. And so you look through the list and you decide what's important to you at the stage of life that you're at, and also what might be important in future stages. So it might not be important to you now, the kid conversation, but that's going to be important at some point. So you still need to have it as, a potential. Excuse me. Okay, so anyways, back to the red flags. So the first one I have on here is send me a pic, send me a pic, send me a pic. Okay, so yes, guys are visual creatures. It's true. It's there's all kind of data about it, and it's true. And so I recommend that you have, when you're doing your online dating, you have your face shots, and you have at least one full body shot, and that'll prevent the give me a picture, because, and that's all they really need. You've seen the face, you've seen the body. Relax. We're not doing pictures off. We're not just doing that because, one, I don't know you. I don't need my pictures just all in your phone. So no, you've already seen, you've seen the top, you've seen the bottom. We're good. So let's focus on something more than just what I look like. Can I come to your house, or can you come to mine? That is a little personal, and yeah, no, let's not do that right away. So that should be, I'm not telling you to make it, but you really should be a boundary. Because people are crazy out here. Like, let's wait a while before we're doing house visits. So, and if he's pushing, that's already a sign, because you're not respecting my boundaries. And if you're not respecting my boundaries on this, that means you would not respect my boundaries on something else. And good. Thank you for showing me that about you, because you just sealed the deal. Appreciate it. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate you pushing when I said no, because now I know you're not going to respect my boundaries. And that's an actual deal breaker, not just a red flag. Okay. So next I have only talks about themselves the whole conversation. Have you been on a phone conversation with someone and it's like you could literally put the phone down and go do something and they wouldn't even notice you're gone? Like, they just literally talk all about themselves. I mean, and yeah, you're great. So you should love yourself and talk about yourself, but pause, take a break, like let the other person. And also it should be, kind of a, I learned something about you, you learned something about me, not just all about you. That's a clear indicator that they think the whole world revolves around them, which is a sign. And so you have to pay attention to that kind of stuff, because they're still in a selfish place, because they're not even taking the moment to ask you anything. So that's a sign. Pay attention. And also the other way, they only want to hear about you and not say anything about themselves. Why wouldn't you open up about anything? Can I not know you at all? Like, that's a sign. That's, he's hiding something. Well, you can't answer any question and you only want to know about me. Why? Is it to learn how to manipulate me? Is it to gather your data? Like, why? And then if I'm answering questions, you're answering questions too. It's not an interview. So it needs to go both ways. So pay attention and make sure that there's a good balance of asking and receiving on a conversation, when you're having a conversation, ladies. And you want to get past your starter criteria. Like, so you should all, like I said, you should have a list of starter criteria, like things that if he doesn't have these, then it's just let's just end it here, because there's no point, right? So I'm going to do a whole video about different deal breakers, but these are just a few like of my starter criteria, just to give you an example. Kids, his view on kids, because I have them. So I need to know what he thinks about that. And also if he wants more, because that would be a problem for me. Location, if he's in another state, that's a personal problem for me. That might not be a problem for you, because if you're young and willing to travel all over, that's fine for you. But for me, that's a problem. Traveling like that is kind of a thing. Religion, because I personally want a God-fearing man. Maybe that's not important to you, but you have to kind of have your own. Temperament. I'm really not with the drama. And so, you know, you can tell kind of soon. I was in a conversation with one guy and he was like yelling at me. I was like, dude, you don't even know me. You're like yelling at me. Do you know me for 3 hours? Wow. So imagine if you can muster up that much anger or whatever, discomfort or whatever you're feeling, to yell at me, and you just met me. Oh my goodness, that is problematic. I'm going to pass. And you really need to work on your, how you resolve conflict, because that was not okay. Disregard for boundaries, how he respects your boundaries, because that's important. It's going to be important. And money management. Now that might not be something you can see right away, but it is something you can, if you pay attention, you can see, you know, like, if you keep losing your apartment or house, or your car's getting repoed, what's going on? Are you not on top of your bills? Because see, that's a problem for me, because I pay my bills and I'm good at my money management. So if you're not, am I supposed to now, I have to support you? Like, that's going to be a thing. And so those are just a few examples of my starter criteria, but you should definitely have your own starter criteria. And my biggest advice is just listen, because people will tell you about themselves. You just have to listen. I'm talking to this guy and he was just saying, oh, when was your last relationship? And I was telling him, and he's just like, yeah, but you know, you always keep that one in the pocket, blah, blah. And he just kept going. I was like, well, and I was like, I'm thinking, you know, is he asking a question or is he making a statement? That's in my head. And I'm like, okay, so let me respond. Well, no, I don't really do that. I don't keep people in the pockets. I empty my pockets between washes. Because I do. But he's like, and he doubled down. No, you do. Everybody keeps that. Ooh, okay, everybody does. So regardless that I just told you I don't, you just told me that you do. You keep that one in the pocket. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I love when people tell me the truth. I love it. Because, you know, hey, you just saved me like however much time it would have taken me to get to that conclusion. So I appreciate it. So you keep one in a pocket. And good for you. I'm not interested. All right, so that's it. That's my red flags for ladies, just a starter place. And that's what I got. So we're out here dating smarter, not harder. Let's go.